Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celebrate Black Excellence. I'm your digital host, Carlton T. Clay. Our next guest is the founder of S.H.E Ministries and the S.H.E Awards, Natisha Kearse. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. We definitely appreciate you. Now let's get started. You started out actually in the medical field.
I did.
Yes.
I did 12 years.
Okay, 12 years. So let's talk about your transition, because you transitioned from the medical field to photography and ministry.
I did.
Talk about that transition. What made you transition from the medical field to photography?
Oh man. Well, one, there's nothing like being an entrepreneur. Being able to work for yourself is just an amazing thing. And so after being in the medical field for so long, and then I had an accident which made me kind of like have to slow down a little bit, I decided it was time to do something different. My husband, being a musician, he was playing at this church, and I noticed the pastor one Sunday when we went. He was doing everything. He was going from the sound booth to preaching to singing to doing photography. So I asked him, I said, "Can I help?" And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You ever use the camera?" I said, "Well, nothing besides my phone." And so he showed me how to do it. I took a couple pictures and I fell in love with it, especially when I got that validation from him that the pictures were good. And I was like, okay, this is something that I could really get into. So I actually stayed in the medical field for a little bit longer while transitioning into photography. And then last year on my birthday, I had my grand opening of my studio.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, talk about exactly how you were feeling in the moment, because a lot of times when we make those big changes, it can be very scary, but it can be very rewarding as well. So talk about your feeling as far as when you actually did make that transition.
To be honest, Carlton, it was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster. There were moments where I doubted that I would be able to do it. There were moments where I cried. I was happy. I saw the progress. Like when I went into, because the building that my studio is in is actually my father's church, and he passed away. So my mom, she did ministry for as long as she could, and then she decided that she needed a break. And so I asked her, I said, "Can I open my studio in the church?" She was like, "Yeah, that's absolutely fine." And so I went down there, and it's like all these feelings start rushing me at once, because I went back to that moment where I saw my father tearing down buildings or tearing down walls and painting and putting down carpet to get the sanctuary ready to open up. And so all these feelings were rushing me at one time, and I went through a whole roller coaster of different emotions. I cried. I wanted to quit. There was at one point where nobody came to help me, and I felt like I was by myself. But in those moments, I just pulled strength from my faith, and I knew that, that would get me through.
Awesome. Speaking of faith, you have your ministry, S.H.E Ministries Foundation. What inspired the name?
So S.H.E Ministry came from just the women that I'm around. I have aunts, cousins, who are just strong individuals. They come from all walks of life. They've been through all different types of things. And so when I thought about S.H.E and what we represent as women, I was like, you know what? We're strong. And then I thought about the H in S.H.E, and I was like, you know what? And as women, we can be humble. We can be humble by situations, by things that we go through in life. And then the E, it came from no matter what we're faced with, we're always elegant in everything that we do. And so that's how I came up with strong, humble, and elegant, which is S.H.E.
Awesome. Awesome. And then you also have an awards gala.
Yes.
So how did that begin?
Oh, it started over at our kitchen table, talking to my daughter. And she was telling me about how, with her going to the Aiken County Career Technology Center, that she's so fortunate compared to some of the kids there. And it's right off of Aiken Augusta Highway, and it's basically a place where the kids who are in high school, they can learn trades and careers and everything and graduate with their certifications. And so she was in the program there, and we were sitting at the table, and she said, "Mom, I'm fortunate. I am just so fortunate," she said, "because a lot of these girls in this program, they don't have, the backing that I have as far as like a parent who's willing to support me, buy the supplies that I need. They were lacking certain things." And I was like, well, that just ain't gonna work. I was like, what can we do? So we started brainstorming on some things, and it started off with me just doing different types of fundraisers and stuff. And I was like, what else can I do? And so that when we developed S.H.E, we said, you know what, we're gonna honor strong, humble, and elegant women in the CSRA who are doing the things that you guys are already trying to do. And so that first year we honored Donna Moore Wesby as our trailblazer. The next year we honored Selena Soul as the trailblazer. We honored other women in the CSRA who are doing ministry, who are educators, who own businesses. And from the funds that we gathered from this gala, we were able to buy supplies to give to the Career Center.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yep. Now, this year, you guys have another year for the gala.
Yes, another year. Yes. It's getting bigger.
Yeah, that's awesome. So can you please tell us like what we can expect from this year's gala?
So this year we are super excited because it was brought to my attention that not that we tried to discredit men or anything. They're doing an amazing job too. But it was brought to my attention that there are men that are doing great things in the area as well. And so they asked me, is there anything we can do for them? And I sat on it for a while, I sat down, or we didn't do anything last year. We just wanted to regroup. And so this year, what you can expect is we're honoring men as well. So we are honoring men who are doing fantastic things in the area, men who own businesses. Our trailblazer this year is Axel Adams, who is the founder of the Axel Adams Foundation. And then our trailblazer for the women is Miss Ursula O. Robinson, who is from Divorced and Black.
Awesome. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Now, people want to get tickets, and also they want to know more information, like when and where is the gala this year?
So the gala is still held at the same place, 217 Gregg Avenue in Aiken, South Carolina at Hayden Baptist Church, where William Robinson Jr. is the pastor. So it'll still be there this year, and it's at 7 p.m. And if people want to buy tickets, you can buy them off of eventbrite.com. Just make sure that you change it to, because a lot of people are like, I can't see it. You have to change the location to Aiken, South Carolina.
Okay, good. We need that information for sure. If people want to know more information about you, or they want to know more about your ministry, how can they follow you?
So you guys can follow me on Facebook. My name is Natisha Kearse. We do have a foundation page as well. It's S.H.E Awards 2024. And then also on Instagram, it's @she_ministry. So you can follow that page as well if you would like to get more information, donate, get involved, be a sponsor, any of those things.
Final question for you. We talked about transitioning earlier. Are there any words of encouragement that can give someone that may be going through a transition?
Absolutely. I would say never give up. Never give up, even when it seems hard, when it seems difficult, it seems like all the odds are stacked against you. Never give up, because it can happen for you, and it will happen for you. I am a testimony to what God can do. And so if you just hang on and have faith, it'll work out for you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your words of encouragement. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. All right, everyone. I am Carlton T. Clay. This is Celebrate Black Excellence, where we celebrate Black excellence every day. Have a good one.